Good afternoon, all of you. I would like to welcome you all to the 48th Annual General Meeting of Eimco Elecon India Limited, which is being held through video conference and other audio-visual means. Before we start the proceedings of this AGM, I would like to take you through certain points regarding the process to participate at this meeting through video conference or other audio-visual means. The facility to join this AGM through PC or OVM has been made available for members on first come first serve basis. The members who have joined this meeting by default are kept on mute mode to avoid any disturbances arising from background noise and enjoy smooth and seamless conduct of this meeting. Once the questions answer session start, the chairman will announce the name of the shareholders who have registered as the speaker shareholders one by one. Thereafter, speaker shareholders will be unmuted by the host to enable them to speak. Before the called out speaker starts speaking, he or she is required to click video button on the screen. And if for some reason he or she is not able to join through video mode, he or she can speak through the audio mode. While speaking, we request shareholders to use earphones so that they are clearly audible to minimize any background noise, and they are also requested to ensure that Wi-Fi connection is not connected with any other devices. There is no other background application running and proper light is available to have a clear video and audio quality. If there is a connectivity problem at the speaker's end, the host will mute such speaker and next speaker will be invited to speak. Once the connectivity improves, the muted speaker shareholders will be called again to speak after other shareholders registered their complete the turn. We request speaker shareholders to kindly limit their speech or questions or clarification for 2 to 3 minutes so that all the registered shareholders will get fair time. During the AGM, if a shareholder faces any technical issue, he or she may contact the helpline number mentioned in the AGM notice. With, with this, I would request the chairman to take over and conduct the proceedings of this AGM. Thank you.
Good afternoon to you all, dear valued shareholders. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 48th Annual General Meeting of your company who are present through video conferencing and other audiovisual means at this AGM. Your company has made arrangements for the shareholders to join the meeting through video conference and other audiovisual means in compliance with the directions given by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Securities and Exchange Board of India. As the requisite quorum is present at this annual general meeting, I call the meeting to order. I now request all directors, including myself, who are present at the meeting through video conference and other audio visual means to introduce themselves. I, Pradeep Patel, Chairman of your company, am attending the meeting through VC from my residence in Mumbai. I am also the Chairman of the Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. May I request Mr. Mukul Dwivedi to introduce himself now.
I, Mukul Narayan Dwivedi, Executive Director, am participating in the 48th Annual General Meeting through video conference from registered office at Vallabh Vidyanagar. Thank you.
I, Prayasvin Patel, Executive Director of the company, am attending the 48th AGM through video conference from my residence at Vallabh Vidyanagar.
I, Prashant Amin, Nominee Director of the company, am participating in the 48th AGM through video conference from my residence at Vallabh Vidyanagar. I am the Chairman of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee.
I, Nalin M. Shah, an independent director of the company, am participating in the 48th AGM of the company through video conference from my residence in Mumbai. I am the chairman of the audit and nomination and remuneration committees. Thank you.
I am Nirmal Bhogilal, attending this AGM from my office in Mumbai. Thank you.
I'm Reena Bhagwati. I am an independent director. I am attending this AGM from my office in Ahmedabad.
Plans. Shareholders, please note that Mr. Nalin Bayam Shah, Chairman of the Audit and Nomination and Remuneration Committee, and Mr. Prashant C. Amin, Chairman of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee, are present at this meeting through video conference. Apart from the directors, Mr. Vishal Begwani, CFO, Mr. Rikanda Delwadi, Company Secretary, are present at this meeting through video conference. Mr. Yatin Patel, partner of Thakur Mutala and Desai, the statutory auditors of your company, is also present through video conference. Mr. Dinesh Kumar Bhimani, secretarial auditor of your company, is also present through video conference. I thank you all for joining this meeting. The company has received 9 letters from corporate members appointing their representative under Section 113 of the Companies Act 2013, aggregating to 27,99,849 equity shares of rupees 10 each, representing 48.54% of the total paid up equity share capital of your company. Since there is no physical attendance of the shareholders, the requirement of appointing proxy is not applicable. The statutory registers and certificates are required to be kept under the Companies Act 2013, are available for inspection electronically during the meeting. The notice of the 48th AGM, including addendum to the notice of the 48th AGM, along with the audited financial statements, both standalone and consolidated, for the financial year ended 31st March 2022, together with the board's report and auditor's report, has already been circulated to all the shareholders. The 48th AGM notice, along with the annual report for the financial year 31st March 2022, is also available on the company's website and also on the stock exchange's website at the BSE Limited and NSE of India Limited. Now, with the permission, I take the notice of the 48th Annual General Meeting and the board's report as read. Since there are no qualifications or adverse remarks in the auditor's report and the secretarial audit report, with your permission, I also take them as read. Now, let me take this opportunity to report to you on your company's performance. During the year under review, the company achieved a total income of 93 crore 62 lakhs with a profit after tax of 8 crore 78 lakhs as compared to 137 crores for 137.46 crores and rupees 11 crore 27 lakhs respectively for the previous year. This continued to be a challenging year for the company, considering the impact of COVID-19, which had caused a disruption in the supply chain and impacted the performance of the company. During the year under review, your directors have recommended a dividend of 25%. India's economy is expected to grow at 7.2% for the fiscal year 2022-23. As per RBI's latest projections in June 22, we are likely to be the fastest growing major economy in the world in the year 2023. However, the headwinds caused by recent geopolitical tensions and increasing inflation may pose challenges, and business environment will remain volatile for some more time. The future outlook. In the underground mining sector, intermediate technology continues to be the backbone of underground production, with over 65% of the total underground production being met by side dump loaders (SDL) and load haul dumpers (LHD). The growth in underground production was stagnant, due to higher costs of mining. However, now with the technology upgradation to the blast-free technology, will open up new avenues for us. Our indigenously developed continuous miner package is under trial and will be established soon. Also, the introduction of high-capacity underground loaders for the metal mines will add to our revenues. Future outlook for the construction equipment industry. Your company's newly manufactured product, the piling rig, under Make in India in technical collaboration with CZM of USA, is gaining acceptability with the Indian market due to better performance over its rivals. The company is going to add on higher range models of piling rigs in the forthcoming financial year to increase the offered range to the Indian buyers. It will also add to presently offered product basket of construction equipment to the Indian users, with focus on improving on the market reach during offtake of various infrastructure projects. Both the models of loaders are expected to improve their market position amongst a highly competitive market. Your company had also launched new version of loaders under models AL 120 and AL 520 with latest emission norms and with improved features against heavy competition from national and global players, considering the higher demand for this sector. The focus on improvement in current distribution network will help spread the product geographically. In the construction equipment industry, skid steer loader, a highly versatile machine having a growth potential and primarily used in the industrial material handling as well as infra projects, is also on the launch pad, and the same will still be seen joining the league of earlier introduced products. Your company is committed to maintain the high standards of corporate governance and adhere to the corporate governance requirement set out by the SEBI. Good governance facilitates effective management and enables company to maintain a high level of business and ethics to optimize the value for all stakeholders. Before concluding, along with my colleagues on the board, I wish to take this opportunity to thank you, the financial institutions, banks, suppliers, and valued clients for their wholehearted support extended to the company during the year, and I'm sure will continue to do so in the future. Last but not the least, I also place on record my appreciation for the excellent work done by the staff and workmen at all levels. Now, let me get back to the AGM proceedings. The company has made necessary arrangements for remote e-voting in accordance with the applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013 to enable the shareholders to vote on the items to be considered at the AGM. The remote e-voting commenced from 24 June 2022, 9 a.m. IST, and concluded on 26 June 2022, 5 p.m. IST, as mentioned in the notice of the AGM. The facility of e-voting is provided at the meeting for those members who have not yet voted. Members may visit the link for e-voting page, InstaMeet, and cast their vote while viewing the proceedings of the meeting. As mentioned in the notice, the resolutions are put to vote through remote e-voting and e-voting during the AGM. Mr. Dinesh Kumar G. Bhimani, practicing company secretary, has been appointed as scrutinizer to scrutinize the e-voting at the meeting and remote e-voting process in a fair and transparent manner. He is also present at the meeting through video conference. Now I invite shareholders registered as speakers. Mr. Vaibhav Patchatya. He has submitted his question. The chairman will invite Mr. Dwivedi, would you please answer? Mr. Megwani, would you please answer the questions one by one? We have several shareholders who have raised their questions.
Yeah, Vaibhav Barjatia here. So thanks for providing the opportunity. So I think as you have already explained, I think you have my list of questions in front of you. So I will not repeat them. So great if you can just provide the answers one by one, that would be helpful.
Yeah, good afternoon. I am Vishal Begwani, CFO of the company. Yeah, Vibhav, we have received your question, so I will read out one by one and answer as I move through the questions. So, first question is, what is the revenue mix of the company between mining equipment, mining spares, and construction equipment? So, normally, our revenue mix is like 30 to 40% mining equipment, around 50 to 60% spares, and 10% of construction equipment. Yeah. The second question is, as of today, what are the number of underground mining block you expect to commission in next 3 years based on auction in the last 3 years? And what would be the annual revenue potential from these private sector mines? So, Weber, as we understand, presently about 2 to 3 major virgin blocks are in the advanced stage of finalization. So, those should come up in the near future. Additionally, there are also some blocks of old working mines, which where we are seeing a lot of traction. So, those should also add to this list. In terms of your second part of the question, what the revenue potential? So about initially about 30 to 12, 20 to 30 crores of revenue should 20 to 30 crores of ordering should generate out of these mines. The third question is, what is the status of qualification of CM package with Coal India? And who are the other players who are supplying to Coal India before our qualification? So out of this package, one of the equipment is already in the mines and in the process of getting performance and statutory approvals. Apart from this one equipment, other equipments also we are in discussion with 2 to 3 customers for their qualification and deployment. Now here, just to clarify, Coal India doesn't directly procure this CM package. They for the customer for these are the private contractors. Now, the fourth question is, what is the expected revenue from one CM package and how many do you expect to be deployed by Coal India? So as I said, Coal India doesn't procure directly these mines, and in terms of revenue, around 20 to 30 crores will be the total revenue out of every package. The next question, would the spares opportunity in CMs will be less than traditional opportunity? So, yeah, if we see as a percentage of the equipment cost, the ratio of spares would be less in the CM package. Now, the next question is, company in annual report have spoken about order wins from Uranium Corporation of India Limited. Can you please let us know the size of order and the total order book as of today? So just in March this year, we had bagged a breakthrough order from Uranium Corporation valuing little over 17 crores. That order is presently entirely in their execution, and we expect the revenue of this entire order come during this financial year, starting from next quarter. Yeah. Next question: what are the number of piling rigs sold by company in FY22? And what is our estimated market share? So during FY22, we sold 2 piling rigs. Now, in terms of market share, we are a new entrant, and of course, in the short term, we are looking to tape about 10 to 15% of market share. The next question, based on current plant capacities, what is the maximum sales of piling rigs possible without any capital expenditure? So we can do about 30 piling rigs without any meaningful capex. Yeah, next is company's gross margin has been significant improvement during the year. Can you please explain the reasons for the same? So basically this year the gross margin was little higher compared to previous year because of better product mix. I would say the share of spares business was higher in the previous year compared to our machines. So that led to a little better margin. Yeah, the next question is the company's inventory has increased to rupees 71 crore as on 31st March 22. This is exceptionally high as compared to historical level of around 30 to 40 crores. Can you please explain the reasons for such a high inventory? Yeah, so basically as you know, we recently launched the new products, continuous miner and piling rigs. So this entire incremental inventory was towards building the inventory for these new products. Next question is sales commission to MTC Marketing LLP has increased by nearly 2 times from 478 lakhs in FY21 to 994 lakhs in FY22. In spite of sharp decline in sales, while MTC Engineering Limited, we have seen reversal of commission. Can you please explain the reasons for these sharp changes in commission structure? So basically, there was a restructuring in MTC during FY21. The marketing and service division of MTC Engineering Limited was transferred to MTC Marketing LLP. So overall, the commission of the company reduced in line with the reduction in sales, but due to this change in contracts, change in parties, they are not able to apple comparable. Next question is, can you please explain the reason to have transaction with Akai's Mechatronics? What is the value added by Akai's Mechatronics in sales value chain? So Akai's Mechatronics is a maintenance company within the group. So here the transaction will be, they will be procuring the piling rigs and putting them, renting them to customers. So basically they will be using their operation and maintenance skills to deploy this, to rent out these to customers and under rentals. And for us, we get the sales, as well as since this is a new product, we get better visibility of our machines in the market. Yeah, Weber, you can share if you have any other questions. I've answered all your 12 questions.
Yeah, thanks a lot for providing the detailed answer. So just one more question is that recently Coal India has come up with a plan to auction its abandoned mines, and most of the abandoned mines are underground mines, as far as I understand. So how do you expect that situation to materialize for us, and to what extent do you think it can be beneficial for the company? Like, is it going to materialize in next 1 year, or maybe it is going to take longer? How long it will take, and what could be the potential here?
Yeah, so yes, there are of late there have been a lot of news on this front of Coal India trying to Coal India putting efforts to, I mean, government putting efforts to revive those old working mines. So definitely those will translate into a lot of business for us in the medium to long term. In the short term, of course, once this gets revived, it takes about 2 to 3 years for us to translate into meaningful business. So yes, lot of opportunities will come in the medium term.
Okay, understand. And just one question out of my list, which is not yet answered, is that currently whatever is the full CM package which has been deployed in Coal India and various subsidiaries and through contractors. So who are the other players who are little ahead of us as of now, and they have already in business with Coal India through the contractors? So if you can provide names of few of those companies, that would be helpful. That's it from my side.
Yeah. So generally, as we understand, there are various contractors: Ginville, Epiroc, Komatsu.
Like Michelle, I'll
Yes,
say that. It is the Komatsu mining and the old cat equipment which are having the highest population. Apart from that, Sandvik is also having with few machines in the market, and few machines have come from China also. So these are the major players in the market in continuous mining. till now. And there are one or two players which are trying to come to India.
Thank you, Vishal. Thank you, Mukul. Thank you, Vaibhav, for raising all the queries. I hope they've been answered satisfactorily. We have the next set of queries by Mr. Keshav Garg. Vishal, would you take up those, and any technical things Mr. Dwivedi can take the answers on those?
Sir,
Yeah.
I hope my voice is audible.
Yeah, Keshav, we can hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
Sir, so my questions are already with you, sir. My major question is, sir, that recently there was a news article which I have sent the link with my email, sir, which basically talks about Coal India ramping up its underground coal production 4 times by 2030. So basically, since we are mostly in underground mining and mostly Coal India centric, so basically, first of all, sir, do you think that this will first of all basically materialize, or is it just I mean announcement? And so secondly, what kind of opportunity does that provide us? And so secondly, sir, wanted to know about your order book, and sir, what kind of top line and bottom line we can expect this year? And sir, also till FY15, we used to do around 200 crore top line and around 30 crore EBITDA, which has now fallen drastically. Sir, so why has this happened? And sir, also, sir, wanted to understand the role of Sandvik, our erstwhile joint venture partner. Sir, are they just a financial investor now, or do they have any other roles? Sir, if they are just a financial investor, so why don't we declassify them from promoter? And so since we have a huge cash surplus cash, so we can do a share buyback wherein Sandvik can exit. So basically, sir, our number of shares are going to reduce. So our EPS is going to increase. And so since the anyway our market cap is far below net worth, so you can kindly consider that. So apart from that, all my other questions I have already sent you, so you can kindly answer them. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Keshav. So I think all the questions which you raised are part of your questions. So I will take your question one by one, which you shared. So the first question, what is the outlook for the current year in terms of top line and bottom line? So anyway, we are definitely going to substantially improve our previous year's performance in terms of both top line and bottom line. What is our order book? Presently, we are having an order book of around 50 crores. The next question, what do you think of Coal India's plan to increase underground mining fourfolds by 2030? How big a opportunity can this be for us? Of course, this will be like I answered to Vipul, this is going to be huge opportunity for us. Anyway, Coal India is very late to this. Any expansion in the capacity in the underground mining adds to the revenue for us. So of course, with off late, there have been a lot of news traction on this front. So in the medium term, definitely those will result into a better revenue for us. Next is, are we manufacturing punch entry mining equipment? So we are not into this punch entry mining equipment. The next is, what are your capex plan for next 5 years? So for our existing products, as of now, we are well capitalized. We do not envisage any major capex on this. Next is, how much revenue can we generate if we operate at full capacity? At full, we can do about 400 plus turnover with this. Why are our revenues and profits continuously declining since past 10 years? So, as you know, over the past few years, the share of underground mining has been on a decline, the output from Coal India. So that led to the reduction in business opportunity for us. Next is what is the steady state operating margin that we can sustain going forward? So we look to have around 10 to 12% of operating margin every year. Next is what percentage of our revenue comes from sale of spares? So presently about 50 to 60% of revenue comes from spares. As we move along with these new products contributing meaningfully to our turnover, the share of spares will come down, which the share will be taken up by these new products. What new products are we planning to launch that can change the fortune of the company? So anyway, as our chairman already detailed about the new launches, the new products which we are quite banking on. The one is this continuous miner for this underground mining and piling rig for the construction sector. Both these products we are we are banking on for their success. What percentage of our revenue is coming from construction sector? So presently about 10% of our revenue comes from this sector, and going forward we look to increase this share to around 30%. Who are our major competitors in the mining equipment? So yeah, so every different equipment, have categories have different competitors, but broadly we have competition from Simplex, Gainwell, Komatsu, Caterpillar, Epiroc, Mining, etc. So is BEML our competitor? So presently they are no more into these products, so they are no more our competitor. What is the role of Sandvik? Are they just financial investor in the company? Sandvik is one of our promoter company, and we keep looking to engage with them in various ways. Why are we not able to export anything meaningfully till now? And can exports increase significantly going forward? So basically, the equipment that we supply are for the coal mining intermediate technology, which is very specific to Indian coal deposits. So overall, there is not much of market in exports for this product. So we are mainly supplying to the Coal India and Indian customers. Why has our inventory doubled from 37 crore to 71 crore? So as I answered to Webo earlier, this increase was primarily because of this new product, continuous miner and piling rig. Please consider a share buyback as our shares are undervalued, and since it is most tax efficient and will also increase our EPS permanently. So of course, the undervaluation part we look to substantially improve our performance year on year, and out of these existing and new products. So we hope and we are confident that the improvement in performance should take care of the valuation part. Yeah. So Keshav, these are your questions which we have answered. If you have any other question, you can take up.
Sir, I wanted to understand that underground coal is what percentage of the total underground mining in India? So basically, is there a opportunity in non-coal business in underground mining equipment for us?
Mukul, can you take that question, please?
Yeah, see the comparison between the coal and other mineral is very difficult. But I can say that in the total mining scenario, the more than 60% of the mining, if we take the volume wise, is done for the coal only in India. And it is India specific scenario. It is not world wide. And in underground mining also I can say that there are no major other mineral except the copper, uranium and zinc, which are having the big underground mine. So it is the major underground mining is coal mine only. Now your second, what was the next question? Can you repeat?
Sir, then I wanted to understand, sir, that what is the import duty on underground mining equipment imports in India?
Yeah, that is unfortunate part that if it is a project import, there was no duty. That scenario we have taken up also, we have sounded, and I believe the government has now is removing the project import zero duty thing, but the duty is minimal. That I can say different variety of equipment. It ranges from 5 to 8%. So it is not much.
Okay, sir. And sir, as far as this diesel loaders for Uranium Corporation is concerned, sir, how much is the market size of this opportunity? And sir, also in the piling rig, sir, if we produce 30 machineries, number of machineries, so then what kind of approximate turnover can we generate, and by when do we hope to reach that?
Okay. See, some of the question I would like to tell you only personally, but the size of underground diesel loaders and the related equipment, dump truck, etc., is around say 400 to 500 crore in India.
Okay,
And
sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir, you were saying.
Yeah, and the piling rig, each one we are selling somewhere around, say, the price will range from 2 to 3 crore, the models what we are making.
Okay, so that is all from my side. Thank you very much.
Then we have a set of questions from Mr. Bide. Vishal and Mukul Bhai, would you take those questions?
Yeah.
Hello. So can you hear me?
Yeah, Vijay, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm Vinay Vide. I'm a shareholder from Mumbai. Chairman Mr. Pradeep Patel, Mr. Mukul Dwivedi, full-time directors and independent directors present at today's meeting, shareholders and company executives. Good afternoon to all of you. I have got most of the questions have already been covered. The major part of the questions. I have got very generic questions from a shareholder's point of view. So I'll start right away with your permission, sir. The first question is, our company manufactures and supplies goods to two areas of infrastructure, they being mining and construction equipment. Now my question here is that for the audited year, what percentage of sales has come from each of these sectors? Now I think this is a common question. It has already been answered. And what I gather from the replies that have been given is that the share of the construction sector is likely to go from about 10% now to, as you mentioned, to 30%, and no spares will come down. So hopefully in the overall scenario in the coming years, it will present a better picture in terms of the profits and the margins for the company. The second question is that for both the above sectors, that is the mining and the construction sectors, what are the normal range for net profit margins, the NPMs? That was the second question. And the third question is that what has been the trend of RM prices in the concluded financial year, and what are the percentages of RM to sales for the audited year and the year before? So these were some of my few questions. So to the extent that I have not repeated any questions, you can provide the answers. But before I hand over, I must say that the secretarial team of Riken Bhai and his colleagues, they've been very prompt and very shareholder friendly. I'm very happy with the service that I've given. So I will close with wishing the directors and the employees all the best. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Yeah, thank you, Vinay, for the compliment. Yes, we'll your three questions. So in terms of share, yeah, 90% is mining and 10% from construction. And in terms of margin, we look to get about 10% of operating margin from each of these segments. Now, in terms of raw material pricing, anyway, we are seeing the lot of rise in the raw material pricing across the board. So, how we are tackling is by anyway, we are looking for continuously to look for the opportunity to reduce the cost, and wherever it's not feasible, we are passing on the impact to the customers to so as to maintain our margins. Specifically in terms of percentage of raw material, last year our share of raw material was 43% as against 53% of raw material a year before. But this change was primarily because of the different product mix, nothing to do with the increasing or reducing material cost.
I think we have covered most of the questions. If anybody who is attending this meeting virtually, if they have any more questions, you may please raise them. Otherwise, I'll move on with the proceedings.
Sir, there is a few questions have been asked by the shareholders in chat box. So I just read it.
Okay.
One from KCPL Intraday Private Limited, that the coal is back in the reckoning as far as the power generation is concerned, and with the government's plan of reviving coal mines, what is the management views on the business growth for the next 2 years? So may I request Mukul sir or Vishal sir to take up this query?
Mute. You're on mute.
And,
Vishal, you're on mute.
yeah, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so as I answered to earlier questions, we are definitely seeing a lot of traction on the ground and intend to revive these old working mines. That should translate to a lot of orders for us. Of course, but yeah, having said this, within 2 years, this may not translate to meaningful business opportunity, but of course, since generally it takes about 2 to 3 years once the decision is taken to revive this plant to translate into orders. So, of course, in the medium terms, this should translate to a lot of opportunities for us.
Okay, next question.
Yeah. One next question from Prasannath. So you have mentioned you will do substantially better in FY23. Can you share a ballpark growth rate? Can we repeat financial year 2019 numbers or exceed them?
So anyway, we are looking to have growth in excess of 50% compared to the previous year performance. FY19 will be, of course, it will take time to reach to that level.
Yeah. Now there is no question in chat box. So may I request Chairman sir to continue the proceedings of this AGM?
Thank you, Rekan. Members may please note that the results for the remote e-voting and e-voting shall be disseminated to the stock exchange and also uploaded on the website of the company and linked in Time India Private Limited, the authorized agency providing the e-voting facility. The company will separately intimate the results of e-voting to the stock exchanges, that is BSE Limited, on www.bseindia.com, and National Stock Exchange of India Limited, www.nseindia.com, and the same will also be placed on the company's website, www.eimcoelecon.in, and on the website of the link in Time India Private Limited, www.instavote.linktime.co.in, on or before 29 June 2022. The dividend declared at the meeting will be paid on or after the 4th July 2022 to the members whose name appear on the company's register of members as on the record date. The e-voting process will continue for 15 minutes and will be disabled thereafter by the link in time. Since there is no other business to transact, I declare the meeting as concluded at 3:45. Since there is no other, now I invite Rikin Delwadi to give a vote of thanks.
Dear shareholders, I conclude this meeting with my sincere thanks for your support and cooperation. I would like to thank you all esteemed board members and also my colleague. I would also like to thanks to the Linkin Time team members. Finally, I would like to thank all of you present here for making the time to be with us today and helping us make this event a grand success. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rikin, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
We have ended the event. You can log out from the WebEx panel.